unhooked yourself from fake ass toxic people and you are ready to move forward in a really good way. Hey lovelies, my name is Amelia and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through a unhooking ceremony, which is a really powerful tool for releasing any energetic cords that you may have attached to toxic people in your life, people in your life that you are ready to let go of, so that you can move on and utilize all your amazing, beautiful energy for your health and happiness and abundance. So you may have heard of an energetic cord before, basically something that is created through an event or a series of events that creates a really strong emotional charge, and that is usually attached to another person, but can be attached to a memory or a past event, and is, for better or for worse, leaking energy from you or holding you back. An example of this can be an ongoing conflict or drama with a family member or a friend, a traumatic event like a car crash or losing a home or a big move. And especially for women, this can be created through sex or through a romantic relationship. Same goes for men. However, female energy and the actual yoni itself, or vagina, whatever term you prefer to use, I prefer to use yoni, is a receptive container, and feminine energy in general is receptive, whereas male energy or divine masculine energy is penetrating and forward moving. So especially for women, this can create an energetic hook really, really easily. And for people who are really sensitive or empathic, an energetic hook can actually be created just through taking on unknowingly someone else's belief system, attitudes, or past experiences as your own. So this is especially true, again, for women, but also for men. A lot of negative beliefs around our sexuality and our bodies and our wombs, our moontime or menstruation, can be passed down from generation to generation, from mother to daughter and mother to daughter, through our wombs. So a lot of shame can actually be passed down that way as well, and that can create an energetic cord that doesn't necessarily belong to you, but has been passed down to you through your ancestors. And cords are not always necessarily negative. They can actually be a beautiful connection to someone that you love and you have a really healthy relationship with. They can be connecting lovers, people who are really in love with each other and have those healthy boundaries and have an honoring and a respect for each other. So they're not necessarily a bad thing. I feel that they only become negative if they're attaching you to someone who creates a lot of drama in your life, who feeds off your energy in a bad way. Like, for example, you could be leaking energy to someone who is a narcissist or manipulative, or just uses any excuse to get angry with you and unleash their, or to unburden their emotional stuff on you. So those are all examples of both positive and negative cords. So just to give you a quick little example from my personal experience, I had a friend who I was having a conflict with a couple years ago prior to me going on my solo travels to Europe. And while I was in Europe, the first month and a bit, I got sick, like I got a cold, and I just wasn't getting better from it, and it was causing me to not really be fully present and enjoy my time in these beautiful countries like Greece and Italy. I had no energy. I had a constant cold and a cough and felt really congested. And so I spent a lot of time actually inside and not really enjoying where I was or doing as many things as I wanted to do. And I finally realized through talking with my teacher that it was this energetic hook that had me connected to my friend and the events leading up to me leaving that had created a really strong emotional charge, not in a good way. And once I did this unhooking ceremony, I just felt so free and I could finally enjoy my time in Europe. And it was really powerful. I mean, when you have a hook to someone who is really toxic, it can create a lot of disharmony, not just like with your energetic and emotional health, but also mental and physical as well. So when you have a hook or a cord to someone like that, that can actually create a lot of health issues. It can take you out of your present moment. It can take away from your energy that you could be using for your personal work, your healing, and for being of service to others as well. And that's not ideal. I mean, you want to utilize your beautiful energy for creating magic in your life. You don't want to be leaking that out to someone who doesn't value you and doesn't respect your boundaries. So that's essentially what this whole ceremony is for. And so unhooking, the way that I have been taught by my teacher, is different than cord cutting, which I have tried in the past, in that when you are cutting the energetic cord, like this is how I have been shown it before, you're severing the cord. However, the other end of the cord is still inside of your body, and so there is still a connection to that other person or thing or event that's happened. So cord cutting can release the cord, however, a part of it is still inside your being. The thing that I really like about unhooking is that you are actually taking the whole cord or the hook out of your being, out of your body, and you are sending it back with love and compassion in a good way, and it is no longer in your field. So that's why I prefer this method and have found it unhooking to be very, very effective. So I think that's enough information to give you a bit of a background and a general understanding of what an energetic cord or hook is, and why it's really important to be clear about which hooks we're okay with and which are really important to let go of, so that we can move forward and use our beautiful energy for our manifestation work, our health, and our abundance. So first of all, you're going to need 3 things. You are going to need some sort of smudge stick that is purifying. I use sage. You're going to need about a cup of Epsom salts. I don't care how you source it. Honestly, I don't think there's a huge difference in quality. Just get yourself some Epsom salts. It's really important. And then you're going to want to set aside a private space and about 45 minutes to an hour of your time for this ceremony. It is really important that you put a lot of focus and intention into this, because some hooks can go really, really deep into your body, into your energy. So it's important that you set aside a quiet space and enough time to do this properly and to the point of completion where you feel like you've released all you need to release. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna take your smudge stick, and with this you want to create a lot of smoke, like a lot, to properly purify your energy and clear away any negative energy or entities that may be attached to you. A lot of smoke. You may want to open a window if you have a fire detector in your room, or if you have sensitive landlords. I don't know why people get so freaked out when people burn sage. It smells a little bit like, I can understand it smells a little bit like marijuana, a little bit, but I think the main thing is that they know that something spiritual is going down and that this medicine is powerful, and I think that's really what it is. Or you can do this outside as well. That's totally fine. And that might be even better if you're creating a lot of smoke. So I've got that going pretty well. So make sure you smudge really well. Just don't light anything on fire. If your landlords get freaked out by the smell of sage, that's not your problem. Don't worry about that. This is your ceremony. It's nobody else's business. You do what feels good for you. Okay. So we got that. So basically when you're smudging, you're thinking of purifying your energy. You're thinking of clearing away any negative energy or entities and calling in the good spirits, your guides, your ancestors, to do the work that you need to do. Okay, and then the second thing, you're going to take your left hand. You're going to take your left hand because it is closest to your heart. And then you place your hand on your heart to start with, I would recommend. and you feel into anything that is stuck there, connecting you to that person or event or thing that you want to release. And very, very consciously use your intention and your focus. You want to take that hook energetically and you want to pull it out of your body and like really, really feel that energetic hook and pull it out of your being. And then this is the really important part. You can do this with your eyes closed or open. I tend to do it with my eyes closed so that I can go inside and really feel into what's happening in my body. And then with compassion, with love, you are going to blow the hook back to its original source or sender. And do this as many times as is necessary, and don't worry about how you look or how it looks to anyone else, because it doesn't fucking matter. Just focus on what you need to do. Okay, I'll just show you again. And so the heart is a really good place to start because this is where we feel, and this is where we feel our connection to other people, to other beings. So the heart is a really good place to start, especially the chances are the person that you might have this conflict with is somebody that you love, and that's why it creates such a strong emotional cord in the first place. It can also be to someone that you don't love, but I feel like the heart is a really good place to start for this. So I will show you again. So we are feeling into our bodies, into our heart for that emotional hook. Keep the person in mind or the thing in mind that you want to release, and we are pulling it out very consciously and letting it go, sending it back to original source in a good way. Okay? And then use your intuition to find other parts of your body where you might have hooks. If we're really angry at someone or there's been a really angry exchange, a lot of that can get stored in the liver and gallbladder, so we can pull it out of the liver, send it back with love and compassion. For women and also for men, we might have stored emotional hooks in our sexual centers, so down by our wombs, our ovaries, our yoni, or our male parts. And so you can pull that, you can't see here, but so you can pull that out from here and send it back. You can pull it out of the emotional center, which is between the bottom of your sternum and your belly button. So again, using the left hand, we can pull that out and send it back with compassion in a good way. Okay? And just keep doing that for as long as you feel is necessary. Please do not rush through this ceremony. It's really, really important to honor how you are feeling and to honor your body and your experience. So take all the time that you need with this and just keep going, and just remember, send this back to the original owner with compassion. But when you do this, it's no longer your problem. It's their stuff. It's none of your business. Send it back to them with care and compassion, and then it's done. It's not yours anymore. So it's really, the compassion part is really important, because if you're sending it back like a fuck you or I hate you, or if there's any resentment or a desire to curse somebody, that continues, I feel like that continues the connection and the negative chord. So it's super, super important to send that back with compassion. So once you feel like everything is complete and you are done releasing those hooks, the third and final part of the ceremony is the Epsom salt bath. I love the Epsom salts. I think they are an extremely, extremely powerful tool in just washing off any excess negative energy. Energetic hooks can go really, really deep, and after you've unhooked, there might still be some leftover residue. So this is a really important part. I'm going to tell you exactly how I do my Epsom salt baths, because it is really, really vital to this ceremony, and it'll just be a great tool for you to use in the future as well. If you're feeling like you've got any negativity that is just really stuck to you, this is something that you can do totally separate of the unhooking ceremony. So let me tell you exactly how I do Epsom salt baths, and I recommend you do it for the ceremony or for any other time you want to use the bath. So first of all, you're going to run your bath until it is full. You're going to need to sit in this bath for 20 minutes, so don't make it too hot, just warm enough. And then you are going to get a cup of Epsom salts, like this. You're going to pour it in your hand and pour it into the bath. And then you are going to take your right hand first, and you are going to swirl the bath and the water in a clockwise motion several times, and then take the left hand and swirl it several more times until it is completely dissolved in the bath. You can add essential oils as well if you like, but it's not necessary. The most important thing is the Epsom salts. And as you are in the bath, you're going to want to use your hands to move around the water around your body. When I'm washing, I like to use a clockwise motion, but you can also move the water up and down your body, over your chakras or energy centers, anywhere. Just wash anywhere that feels like there's a little bit of energy that is sticky and you want to wash off. And just be very conscious. Approach it as if you are washing a baby. Be very gentle as you're washing it. Treat your body as if it is as precious and as delicate as a newborn baby. That is the approach that you want to use when you're doing your Epsom salt bath and washing away any energy that you're done with. So be very gentle with yourself as you're doing this, and stay in the bath for at least 20 minutes. And then the final part of the bath is that you want to drain all the Epsom salt water that's in the tub, and you want to thoroughly rinse off in the shower. This is super important. Again, you want to wash off all the salt and all the excess energy down the drain. And once you feel like you've thoroughly rinsed off, then you're done. You have unhooked yourself from fake ass toxic people, and you are ready to move forward in a really good way. So that's essentially the whole ceremony. Oh, also, if you don't have a bathtub, you can still use the Epsom salt to clear away the energy. So when you're in the shower, before you get wet, you can do a little rinse so that your skin is a bit more pliable, and you will just take a handful of Epsom salts. It doesn't matter which hand. I would just use your right hand if that's your dominant hand. And then you're going to start at your base chakra, which is about here, sits about here on you, and counterclockwise scrub the Epsom salts in. Counterclockwise is releasing and deactivating, so you want to do counterclockwise when you're getting rid of energy, and then clockwise is when you're activating those energy centers. So on all several chakras, I'll put a little picture below so you can see where the energy centers are on your body. You want to scrub counterclockwise until you feel it's complete, and work all the way up your body to your crown. You can even scrub your feet and your legs in the shower, and your arms, and like anywhere, as many places as you can reach. And that helps to get rid of the energy as well if you don't have access to a bathtub. And then make sure again that you rinse off really thoroughly. Rinse off your hair, behind the ears, like everywhere, all the bits, and then you're done in a great way. And I believe that's it. And then aftercare. Don't be surprised if after you've done this unhooking ceremony that the people who you unhooked from try and get in contact with you and drag you back into their drama. The thing is, if those people cannot respect your boundaries, which you do need to clearly set, that's the other part, you do need to be in action around setting boundaries and creating a safe container for yourself for this to work. So if they can respect your boundaries and you're going to continue to keep them in your life, great. If they're willing to change and grow with you, great. However, if they are not willing to respect your boundaries and to honor your beautiful energy, that may be a sign that you need to let them go completely. And then as far as how often to do the ceremony, you can just do the unhooking ceremony whenever you feel called to it, whenever your intuition tells you to, or if you're feeling fatigued all the time and you're not sure why, you're feeling healthy otherwise, but you're just feeling like something is draining your energy, that might be a sign that you've got to hook to a person who is you're leaking energy to. And it's your responsibility on your end to do the work to make sure that your energy is aligned. And so it's your responsibility to do the unhooking and do that ceremony. So use your intuition to guide you and do the work. Okay, beautiful people, I hope this was really, really helpful to you, and hopefully helps you on your journey to realizing your self-agency, your self-worth, and your autonomy. And if you have any other questions or requests as per how to clear your energy and keep your channel clear, to deal with negative people in your life, to create healthy boundaries, any other questions about shamanism, I will be happy to make a video about them if they are within my capabilities and knowledge. As well, if you want to stay up to date and see more of these videos, please do hit subscribe. I would love for you to join my soul tribe, and we can make beautiful magic together. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day and a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you very soon.